Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Turner here, and we're having our first inspection on our newly installed package. We put the girls in last week, and we're going to check and see if they've released their queen and how they're doing. First we give them a little puff, settle them down a little bit, kind of like a knock on the door. Go inside a little bit. What you're looking at on top here is a feeder. These were new bees and didn't really have a huge amount of food for the winter, or for the upcoming season actually. Going to go on inside. Got our inner cover here. Still can't get out yet. What we have in here is some sugar water, more like a syrup, and they're all in there trying to come down the screen and get a little something to eat. Gonna give it another puff, I think. They're kind of noisy. It's a nice cool smoke. We've had burning for about 8 or 9 minutes now. This just calms them down a little bit, kind of sends them back down into the hive. What I'm going to do is take this off, and you'll get your first view of about 10,000 bees. There they are. What you're looking at there is a sugar patty. A friend of mine made it. Just really basically sugar and water. I'm going to take that off for now. We really don't need it. And if you look right in here, that's the queen cage. That's where she was. That little box you see in there with the 3 little dividers on it. What we're going to do is try to get that out, and then we're going to go looking for her, and hopefully she's doing well. Helping me video is my assistant, my daughter, Claire. Say hi, Claire.
Hi.
We're stuck here. Maybe we'll start with one back here a little further. It's a pretty calm bunch. They're really not too aggravated. This out of the way. This is a brand new empty frame that they're working on. I'm going to take a quick look for the queen. She probably won't be in here because there's no comb for her to put her eggs in. Just slip that right over here on the outside, and hopefully they'll be fine. We'll move this one over. Well, let's take a peek at this one while we're at it. This year the queens did not come marked, unfortunately. The color is blue this year, but they did not mark them. What you're seeing here is a couple of hundred worker bees and one big fat drone. Right here's the big old drone. He's so much bigger than the others. I don't see a queen on this frame. Sometimes the queen could be mistaken for a drone, but I don't see her here. Let's see if I can find her on. Wait a minute. No, that's not her. Yeah, I wish she was marked, but she's not. No. Want to zoom in there, Claire? They're pretty darn busy on this frame, though. I sure don't see her. All right. Now, let's scooch this one over a little bit and get the cage out, the queen cage. She came in it separate from the rest of them, inside the box, but she was separated from them because they really didn't know her yet. Now she's gone. She's gone. They've eaten the candy that held her in. She's not in there. That's a good thing. That means she's out here somewhere. I'm going to try to find her. She's the most important one out of about 10, 12,000 bees. By the end of the season, there'll be about 30 to 40, maybe 50,000 bees in this hive. Let's take a look if she's here. Her job right now is just to lay eggs. Well, I don't see her here. You see her, Claire? They're pretty good at finding her. Usually there's a lot of activity around the queen, something like this.
No sign of her, no.
No. Unfortunately, she's not marked. This year the color is blue. And the reason they put different colors on them is so that when you open a hive, you know how old your bee is by the color. So the year 2020, she would have a blue dot on her if she were marked. I don't see her here. A lot of good, really good activity though. Nope, she's not here. Let's go in again, see if we can find her. It's always the goal when you're doing a hive inspection is to find the queen. Let's see here. You might see some honeycomb here because I did, like right here, this is honey from last year's bees that left. So I've left the honey for them to have, build them up a little bit, make on top of the sugar water. See her, Claire? I don't see her. And she'll be moving pretty quickly when we find her. She doesn't fly much. She could, but she does. She won't. Nah, she's not on there. Let's see if we can see her on this side. The key with working on the bees is you got to go slow and gentle. Any kind of jarring motion really aggravates them. What do you think, Claire? You see her here? No, don't see her. Oh, see, that's a big old drone. Fooled me, but nope, that's a big old drone right there. She's going to be longer bodied. And if I recall, she was pretty dark when I put the box in. All right, we struck out there and there. Let's go. Oh, there's a lot of activity right over here. Let's see what's going on in this frame. Oh. See, nothing going on here. This is drone comb. It's much bigger. This is where she'll lay the eggs that'll become the drones as opposed to the workers. The holes are, these are worker holes, these are drones, the males. Yeah, she's not on there either. This one got a lot of activity on it. This is a possibility here. Oh, what you're looking at here, you see that yellow on her legs? That's some beautiful pollen that girl brought in. You see it there? That's good. That's a good, really good sign. They're finding it somewhere. Could be the pussy willows, could be skunk cabbage. I saw a few dandelions coming out. Nah, I don't see her here either. I thought maybe she'd be on this one because there's a lot of activity. This next frame's got some good activity on it too. Oh, it's very heavy too. Ah, here, this is an old frame of honey I left for them. Now, she probably won't be on this frame because there's nowhere for her to put her eggs. So she'll stay away from a honey frame. All right. I didn't see her that time, but we're going to go back again and take one more look. Is that all right? Would you, Claire? Let me give them another little puff because they're getting kind of excited here. You want to make sure you got a nice cool smoke so you don't burn them either. Okay. All righty, let's see. Yeah, she won't be there. She could be here, but I don't think so. Highly unlikely. Nah, I didn't think she'd be on that one. She's hanging out more towards the middle. Oh, very excited in here, Claire. What's going on? Sounds like a party. That's what Adam used to call it, a bee party, when he heard a lot of noise coming from here. Let's take another look here. Potentially, what kind of activity going on right here? I don't know what they're all excited about. No, I'm not seeing her here. Could be on the bottom. And she could be on this side. You also want to look for eggs when you're doing an inspection. I really didn't look that hard this time. I was more concerned with finding our queen. But I'm not really seeing her. Yep. So gently place it back in there. You don't want any sudden movements or jarring motion. Right, Claire?
No.
No.
That could be dangerous.
That could be dangerous. Oh boy, we dropped a few there. They were festooning off each other. This looked like a nice little home for her here, but I don't see her. Maybe this side. A lot of activity here. It's difficult to find her when she's not marked. Can you hear the buzz? Can you put the phone down here, Claire? See if you can hear that buzzing. I don't know if you could hear it, but it's pretty loud. They're very excited. Nope. I'm not seeing her this time. Let's get rid of this queen cage. We don't need that any longer. She's in here somewhere. Not totally critical that you get them all back in the same order you took them out in. They don't really seem to care. As long as you're gentle. And try not to squish any of them. That one's gone. We'll line them all back up again nice and straight. A lot of activity over here. I don't know what they're looking at. Let me try this one last frame again. This one's very heavy. Oh, this is the one that was full of honey. She won't be here. But they are enjoying that honey because they didn't take too much sugar water. No, she won't be on here. And this last frame, she won't, probably most likely will not be on here because there's nowhere for her to lay her eggs. Because they haven't built out this comb yet. This is just a brand new sheet that I put in. Nah, she's not on here. Slide this one back in here. Ladies, you're going to want to get off here. Come on, girls. Skedaddle. All right, we're going to put the feeder back on, even though they really weren't taking too much of it. But that's okay. Uh-oh, we got some girls on our edge here. We don't want to squish them, so we're just going to go slowly. Come on, gals, get back in. Get back in. There you go. Go on, girls. Come on, get back in. Get back in. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Look out, girls. Come on, I don't want to squish you. There you go. Gentlemen, ladies, let's get you out of here. A couple of them went for a swim in the sugar water, and once I seal them in, they'll never be able to get out. Move out. Come on, ladies, gentlemen, out. Oh, what did I do? I knocked you in. Now, I'm going to put this lid on upside down only, well, better not. Now, I'm going to ask these girls to leave because this is the bottom side. If I put this down on them, they won't be able to get out. They'll be stuck in the sugar water forever. Kind of irritates them, but it's for their own good. Come on, girls, move it out. There we go. Okay. There we go. I'll leave it like that for now. I'm going to block this hole off because I really don't want them going in and out this top piece yet. Oop, lost my hat. Gotta put this smushed up leaf here so they can't really go in and out this extra hole. In the spring, or rather later in the summer, that'll be good for them to get some air. All right. Brick, nothing gets in there. And we're going to say goodbye for this time, and we'll see you next time with a different adventure. Maybe we'll find our queen. Bye, everybody.